guys, welcome to Souls No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your Timeless Tarot. For whenever it is that you're tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're all doing really, really well. Now, these are general readings for the collective. It may not resonate. Please only take what does and leave the rest. Now, we're pulling you your theme from the wisdom of the... What's this? Wisdom of the Hidden Oracle? No, just Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, never-ending story. We had the unfinished symphony in the last reading. This never-ending story. Something that refuses to quit, or someone that refuses to quit. Something that refuses to end. Let's see what this is about. Right, show me this never-ending story in relation to the collective. Okay. Orphaned. Wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Both these people have got the same pose. Let me just get one more. Show me never-ending story and orphaned. Oh my gosh. Then we've got round and round. And then we've got happy, happy. This is so strange. And then by the book. Card number 11 at the bottom of the deck. But the pose on the women, or fairies, whatever they are, in this card, it's like, it's head down, it's sitting down on the ground, you know, hand in head kind of energy, very forlorn, very sad. It just may feel like a feeling of giving up. Orphaned, that's like being left out in the cold, abandoned in some way. And then we've got round and round. So this is like, it's giving me past life, it's giving me cycle. Never-ending story, orphaned, round and round. But then, the anomaly here is then we end with this happy, happy energy. So I don't know. We've got a card, I don't know which oracle deck it's in now, that speaks about you having to go and repeat and repeat and repeat lessons until you finally, you know, understand the lesson, get the lesson, learn the lesson. Then you can close the cycle out. So you may have been stuck in a cycle of this never-ending story, orphaned round and round, until you learn a fundamental lesson about this situation. Somebody may have been going through some sort of awakening or in a dark night of the soul. And then we've got happy, happy coming out. Right, let's get some cards on these. See what's going on. Right, show me this never-ending story. 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles in the reversed. Okay. Show me round and, well, no, let's do orphaned next. Show me this orphaned energy. King of Wands. Show me this orphaned energy. No, that's far too many. Show me orphaned, that one. Hierophant. Show me round and round. 6 of Pentacles in the reversed. Show me round and round. Absolutely not. I'll take the one that's upright. Right, and then I want to see this happy, happy. In fact, this stands alone. Let me stick that in there and stick that there. By the book. As I say, what was the energy at the bottom of the deck? Right. Bottom of the deck. Star. So let me take that, and then the Ace of Cups. Right, show me happy, happy. Show me this energy of happy, happy. Now, I don't know, with this never-ending story, it's coming out being clarified with 2 Pentacles cards. Right, I'm not supposed to find out this happy, happy yet. Let's talk about this bullshit, because we've got a lot of shit to get through before we get to this happy, happy. Never-ending story, 3 of Pentacles in the reversed. So this is like, I don't know if you're in a job with the 8 of Pentacles, where you're not getting recognition, you're not, you know, there isn't like any teamwork, whatever this is. Someone's working really hard, and it may be that the other people that you're connected with haven't been putting in any effort. They haven't been putting in any effort. I don't know if you've been expected to carry the weight. This was like the last reading, the weight or the burden of some kind of group. 3 is the energy of the group here, and nobody in this group's doing anything apart from this person. So we could be looking at like four people, 3 people not doing much, 1 person carrying all the weight, 1 person doing all the work, 1 person changing or trying to change, trying to grow. And this is the never-ending story. It could be no matter which, I don't know, company that you go and work for, or which group of people that you go and meet, or, you know, this is like a reoccurring pattern that you're finding in all of your interpersonal relationships. I feel it's something past life. I feel that it's something past life if that is the case. Then the orphaned card. So that's a feeling of being abandoned. It's 5 of Pentacles energy, being left out in the cold, unsupported by the people that you've been trying to build a foundation with. You know what? If you have been orphaned, I feel, or like abandoned by physical people, family, friends, colleagues, however that's going to be showing up, roommates, neighbours, people on the street, God knows how it's going to show up for you. I feel that the lesson of this never-ending story was to get you to turn to God. And I say that because we've got the King of Pentacles, and I love this depiction because we've always got this lion in the background that's kind of guiding the figure in the King of Pentacles forward. So that to me is spirit, it's the divine, it's the most high, it's, you know, whatever you would call that energy in your life. The name's not really that important. And again, the Hierophant is the energy of God. This is about elevation, rising of your vibration, or raising of your vibration. So it almost feels like you were put in a really dark place. Like I said, this could be a dark night of the soul for somebody, where what you may come to understand, or what you may then decide, right, okay, if you've been let down or been in really challenging relationships of any kind with all different kinds of, you know, people in settings and whatever environments, it was to get you to turn to God. It was to get you to turn to God, because I don't know why, I'm just seeing the bunting at the top of both of these cards. The bunting at the top. And then we've got like this middle one that's different to all of the rest that are hanging up there. But the middle one is above the person sitting in the card. What does it say in that? Love me, yes or no? Yeah, so these were people that I feel, you being around these people, in relationship with this person, if this is like intimate, romantic or whatever, working for these people, it almost had you questioning your own value, your own self-worth, whether you were lovable or not. You were putting in so much effort or so much work, and it was just like being dismissed. You were being dismissed. But the whole point of that was to get you to a place where you were on your knees, so that the only option that you really had was to turn to God. The only option that you had was to turn to God. Now, with this round and round energy, it's the same as the never-ending story. As I was saying, it cycles. We cycle through these experiences with different people, but the experiences are similar until we learn the lesson. So the lesson may have been about how much work you were prepared to put into stuff. Because in the beginning, you were putting in so much work, so much effort. You were almost doing too much, overcompensating for where there was lack with the other people that were supposed to be collaborating with you. So what you may have learned going round and round in these cycles and lessons with other people is to pull back your energy, not to give as much as what you were giving initially in these situations where it wasn't being reciprocated, where you weren't getting anything back in return, where you were overcompensating for other people's lack, or overcompensating for, you know, people pushing you out or isolating you. Instead of you moving on or walking away, it's like I felt you were like a hamster on a hamster wheel. You were just going at it even harder. which then therefore reinforce this feeling of isolation and loneliness and being orphaned and abandoned. So the round and round, the lesson that you had to learn, the cycle or the pattern that you had to identify had something to do with an imbalance or an unequal, the unequal effort that was being put into these situations. And I feel it depends where you are. You could be here, you could be here, you could be here. But ultimately the outcome, the end goal is going to be that when you realize to pull your energy back, stop giving to situations where there isn't any fairness or balance within them, that's when things start moving forward for you with the Eight of Wands. I wondered how we went through all of this and ended up at happy, but it's kind of making more sense to me now. Now, the only major arcana card we have is the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, which rules the second house. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, and the goddess of money. Well, she's the goddess of love, but she rules money, values, our feeling of safety and security. So this could have been a situation that played out, as I say, in love, in relationship, in union, connection of all kinds, but also in work, because we start with the work. It could have affected your money. The reading we had yesterday, it's like your blessings were being blocked. Your money was being blocked. Your access to your wish fulfillment was being blocked. Now, as I'm recording this, Venus is actually retrograde. I'm not sure what sign she's in. So you may have sort of been taking a step back or evaluating, looking at your relationships of all kinds. Because Libra, is it Taurus and Libra that Venus rules? Yeah. Because Venus, the planet, rules Taurus, which is the second house, which is more the money side of things. But she also rules Libra, which is the relationship, the scales, the balancing out of imbalanced relationships. You may have been looking at these patterns and cycles and how you've ended up here, and you always seem to end up in this orphaned energy or this never-ending story. You may have really looked at that in the last, I don't know, couple of months, more so, or even longer than that. I've got no idea. We've got all this Pentacles energy, which is giving me years. So if this has been a never-ending story that you've been stuck in, this cycle for years, as soon as you identify the lesson, things are going to change literally like that with the Eight of Wands. Things are going to change so quickly, and that's how we end up in the happy energy so fast, because I didn't understand it. Like, how do we get there? So let's pop these here next to orphaned, and let's bring happy into the spread. Now let's see if the universe wants to give me some information about it. We've got card 26, happy. And I love the fact that she's sitting on this egg. So it's given me an energy of like being cracked open, being born again in a non-religious sense of the word. But it's a brand new opportunity. It's a fresh start. It's a rebirth. And rebirths generally happen after an ending or after a death. We were talking about, in the last reading, you know what, I can't even show you, but all the cards, well, not all of them, but most of them fell on the floor that just flew out the deck. 2 of them have literally landed right here. So I'm going to take them. I've got to get these off the floor though. They're all face down, so that's something. I can't see any of them. Right, okay. Let's look at these. Let's see what we've got. 2 of Cups, the bottom of the deck. Oh, Moon and the Knight of Swords. Card number 18 and the Knight of Swords. Right, I'm going to look at these. Right, okay, we'll look at them in a sec. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. But yeah, first thing I'm getting, she's sitting on this egg. She's holding this star in her hand, which is blessings, it's opportunities, it's being on the right path. So I feel you're moving towards your happiness. You're making choices, making decisions, identifying what you've been doing, the effort that you've been sort of giving out that's been stopping you or blocking you from reaching this point of happiness. It's like there's such like muted and a lack of colour in all of these oracle cards. And then all of a sudden we get this burst of energy at the 8 of Wands, and all of that that colour, like it almost feels like it's being transferred into you. But it's once you stop giving and putting your energy elsewhere, it's like you put it back into yourself. We've had a similar reading like not long ago. That's what it feels like. That's what's going to stop this round and round and round cycle, is putting all of that energy that you were giving externally and putting it back into yourself. Now we've got the moon, and that to me, it speaks of like, an emotional deep dive or looking below the surface. That's what I feel that this Venus energy, or what you've been doing while Venus has been in retrograde, looking at your shadow, really trying to get a grip of your subconscious and the things that we do without even realizing that we're doing them, or the reasons behind why we're overcompensating, why we're giving so much energy and effort to people that are doing fuck all in return for us. This is like that deep dive, and I feel that once you are, in collaboration with spirit, see with this orphaned energy, when you turn to God, when you get on your knees and you kind of ask like, what is going on? Or show me the light, show me the way, show me these patterns and cycles that I've obviously been missing. This is that like emotional deep dive that's done here. The moon is also about your intuition, your psychic gifts, your psychic ability. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. All knights sort of take action. They go out and they do something. But the Knight of Swords is like one of the most determined knights that they have. So either somebody is determined to move towards their happiness. They're not going to let anybody or anything stand in their way. The Knight of Swords is also a very fast-paced knight. So with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, that's what I mean. Things are going to start moving really quickly once you understand that whatever you've been putting out, you need to sort of to give back to yourself. And then Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Balanced and harmonious partnerships where they've been out of balance in this never-ending story. The change starts with you, though. The change starts with you. Nine of Pentacles, independent, standing alone, self-sufficient, off the back of your hard work. So you may have invested in things that didn't work out. Or you may have invested in people that were not equally as giving to you, but that work, that energy that you expended, it hasn't gone to waste. So what you did in the past, the effort that you put into the past, you're going to reap from that. You're going to reap from that. It may not be in collaboration, in union with the people that you put the effort into, but you're going to get it back. As I was saying, you're going to get it back. It's not been wasted energy. High Priestess is this moon energy. We've got heavy Pisces on the table now. We've got, like I said, Libra and Taurus energy. But Pisces energy, it's the 12th house. It's all about endings and healing and closure. Giving yourself closure in relation to the past. And it's like the smile on both of these women's faces. Even this card here. This is the happy, happy. Once you start following the guidance of the universe, of God, of your higher self, however, like I say, the name isn't important, but once you start to follow that higher guidance, that's when the happy, happy comes in. That's when it comes in. Right. But yeah, 12th house. So it's looking at what's been hidden, like I say, below the surface. The High Priestess knows. So it's connecting spiritually to find out what's been hidden from you, giving yourself closure, being more spiritual in your essence. It's an energy of solitude. I would say the Nine of Pentacles, going it alone, giving back to yourself, no longer wasting your energy, putting it out there. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, stop taking action. Because the Knight of Wands in the upright can speak about, it's an action taker, high energy, very optimistic. Like I say, it's like a dog with the bone sometimes. It doesn't want to give up. This is coming out in the reversed. This is coming out in the reversed. So I'm just thinking this is no movement. Things left undone. Where you were working and giving, leave it undone. It's not your responsibility. It's not your job. And then we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. And again, that's like a giving up energy. In the upright, I would say like you're nearly at the end. Don't give up now. But it's like dropping all of the cards on the table and letting them fall where they may. Because you're reinvesting the energy that you've been putting out. You're reinvesting that back into yourself. And it's like you don't give a shit. Or the universe is saying, don't give a shit about what happens. To where you've been holding up the fort. and you've been putting in all this work, whether it's in a job, in a family, in a relationship, in a community, however, literally, let the chips fall where they may. Let the chips fall where they may. It's not your job to keep perpetuating this round and round cycle. Right, okay. Then, the bottom of the deck, we've got by the book. Then we've got the star and the ace of cups. So yeah, I feel that you've been doing something by the book, or wanting to do something by the book, following the rules and getting in line and, you know, doing things the right way. And that's what I mean about this energy. It won't be wasted. You will get what you've given, but it may not be with the people that you were hoping it was going to work out with. We've got the star, which is talking about you being on your path. It's healing. It's receiving that guidance that was coming in from here, from spirit. Following that guidance, it's going to lead you to this new emotional reset point, to self-love. And it's only once we have this one cup for ourselves that we can meet another that also has that cup for themselves. We're not overcompensating in the new chapter. We're not filling up other people's cups if they're coming to us with an empty cup. They can keep on walking. Go and find somebody else that's willing to fill up their cup. But it's not going to be the collective in the next phase, in the next chapter. This is where we're at. This is where we're heading. This is the end goal. It's not in this never-ending story, orphan, perpetuating these cycles round and round. No, we're done with that now. Right, okay, and I'm done with this reading. I'm just going to pull a couple of these. Any final messages? Oh, look at that. Self-love. Exactly. Self-love, creation, and intentions. It's all about setting better intentions for yourself. And that becomes easier the more self-love that you have. Right, any final messages in relation to this reading? Oh, look at that. Transcendence and unity. This is the Two of Cups. So you're transcending all this never-ending story. You're transcending this abandonment. And this is like a mirroring. As I was saying, where you've got two people that are both giving themselves independently this self-love. Only then can they be of, I don't want to say it like of use or of benefit to somebody else, but it's true. Someone's coming to you with a half-filled cup or an empty cup. That relationship is only going to drag you down if you've got a full cup already. But this is like balance, it's harmony, it's both of you reflecting back to each other. And this isn't just romantic, it's in all kinds of emotional connections and relationships. And then we've got thoughts and isolating, and it fell right on top of here. And it was speaking about, with this 12th house Pisces energy, which both these cards are, it was talking about endings and healing and giving yourself closure. And it also is an energy of solitude. So you may have to do something on your own, like I say, before like the Two of Cups comes in. But I don't think any of us are bothered about the Two of Cups at this stage in life. But this is you definitely closing out a cycle here and doing something very independently. Isolating yourself from the bullshit and receiving the fruits of your labor. But that is for you. You are the one that put the work in. So you are the only one that should be reaping from this Nine of Pentacles, your own hard work. Not these people that were coming out in the Three of Pentacles reverse, that weren't collabing, that weren't putting in any effort or any work, that weren't growing with you, weren't helping you to create. I saw the word create. Yeah, self-love and creation. Right, okay. I think I'm just going to leave that there. I'm just going to leave that right where it is. That was a beautiful, beautiful message if this is resonating with you. And like I say, I hope you managed to get something from it, guys. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.